Hey guys, Seeney here and welcome to another video on the Australian Wealth channel. Now what we're going to be talking about today is how Wimbledon made $171 million without even playing a match. So this year has been an absolutely crazy year. So many different events have been cancelled across sport, music, any other large-scale events. It's been crazy, and this has led to a massive or complete cancellation of revenue for a lot of companies. But there's one or two companies out there that have made bank during this year. And one of those companies is Wimbledon. So just a quick background for anyone that doesn't know, Wimbledon is a massive tennis tournament which attracts some of the best tennis talent in the entire world. So this year, the tournament couldn't go ahead due to a sweeping global illness which will remain unnamed. But still, they made an absolute truckload of money. How did they do it? So there's something really important to remember. Wimbledon is a business. Now, it's really important when you're running a business as large as Wimbledon that you take into account risk management. So one of the most important things with risk management is to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to get these videos out to more people so that they can get a little bit more financial advice and hopefully make some better decisions financially in the future. Because Wimbledon obviously has very large expenses and overheads and things like that. So if something comes up like a global pandemic, things can turn sour really quickly with high overheads. You know, the slightest issue can really send the entire tournament belly up. So to understand why Wimbledon made a ton of money this year, we need to go back about 20 years. This year, although quite different to previous years, is still a movie that we've seen before. In 2002, 2003, there was, of course, the SARS epidemic in China, which was also posed to take down the entire world. Thankfully, that epidemic never really turned into a global pandemic to destroy the entire world and the economies of the entire world. But what it did is it rattled the cages of a few businesses, just enough. So one of these businesses included Wimbledon. So having a large operation such as one as Wimbledon, it rattled their cage just enough that it was something that they needed to factor into their risk management. You know, something like that would completely destroy their tournament. So they took measures to prevent that. So 20 years ago, Wimbledon took out an insurance policy which protected them against the cancellation of the event. Now, this included things like the death of a monarch, but it also included a global pandemic. So for the last 20 years, Wimbledon has been paying a premium for this insurance worth $3.2 million every year. So far, they've paid roughly $60 million as a premium over the 17 years since they took out this policy. But of course, this year, a global pandemic caused the tournament to be cancelled. And that was covered by their insurance policy. And this means that they received a payout of $226 million. So if you take the payout and then you subtract the premiums, the policy allowed Wimbledon to make $170 million, which is insane. When so many other sports are getting completely crushed, Wimbledon had the foresight to take this out, and as a result, they have made bank. So this has put Wimbledon in a really strong financial position, even amongst a really harsh economic downturn for most people. So at the end of the day, it comes down to risk management. So this is obviously something that Wimbledon saw and thought would be quite important to insure against, and it turns out that they were right. So what do you think about this policy? I personally believe it was a very smart move and not something that I think a lot of people would have seen coming. So what are some policies that you think would be really helpful for people in the future? I'd love to hear your comments in the comments section, or if you've got any other crazy stories about big insurance payouts, then please, I'd love to hear them. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. My name is Seeney from Australian Wealth. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later.